Okay. Hi, I am Juliet Rutter, and I am the Douglas County Community Engagement Coordinator with the Healthcare Coalition of Southern Oregon. This is our last giveaway opportunity for this month's Facebook Live sessions. Please hang out with us until the end to learn how you could win some wonderful breastfeeding supplies. And this time, I am here with Siri Swanson. Hi, Siri. Would you please introduce yourself and tell us about your organization and what you do?
Hi, I'm Siri Swanson. I work at Asante Three Rivers in Grants Pass. I am a lactation consultant there, and we run a pretty full program. We have we see inpatients, and then we do outpatients if you have troubles breastfeeding when you go home.
Awesome. So what all does that entail? Like when you're like talking to someone about yeah, like their needs and whatnot, like how does a visit like that go?
Yeah, so for the inpatient, we usually see everybody who comes and delivers. We try to at least. And that is just an introduction to breastfeeding. Sorry, my fur baby is deciding it needs to talk to us now. I hope you don't hear it.
No, it's fine. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, so the inpatient, we just kind of get to know you and your baby and try and figure out what needs you might have. And then as the outpatient, those are kind of a needs-based. So there are certain things that come up that you don't know about in the hospital setting, and we just see people. So it could be weight checks, the baby not getting enough weight. It could be sore nipples, bleeding nipples. Those are not normal. So those would be a visit to us. Sometimes women are just worried because you can't see the milk that's in your breast and see that it's going to the baby. You don't know how much your baby got. So we just do like outpatient checks, you know, with those two.
Gotcha. And the video that you gave us that is linked in the description of this live session. So do y'all help people like while they're in the hospital, like right after they gave birth, or is it like just like right after?
Yeah, good question. So Three Rivers is baby friendly, meaning all the nurses there have had 20 hours plus of breastfeeding education. So they are more than capable of helping you when the baby first comes out and delivers, and doing the skin to skin and getting that first couple latches. The lactation usually comes in that second day. Usually then we have more of a history with breastfeeding. We can address more problems or questions that you might have that you might not have had right at delivery. And then I forgot the second part of the question because of the dog baby.
No, that's fine. Working from home, COVID, everybody's dealing with it.
I'm like, yeah. So no, our staff are really great. And then, yeah, and then we're here for you as outpatients too if you need it.
Gotcha. Yeah. So gosh, I'm trying to remember the second part of my question.
Oh, I know what it was.
Okay.
So, yeah, so a lot of the stuff that I tried to communicate in the video is very hard to communicate because it's just me sitting here. It's not like a real breast and a real baby. So that firstdroplets.com, that website is amazing. It's 15 minutes for video, but it covers so much. Well worth your time. You'll come in ahead of the game just watching that video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And that's what was the name of that website again, please?
Yeah, it's firstdroplets with an S at the end.com. And then the person you'll see, the older lady, is Dr. Jane Morton. She's out of Stanford University, and it's great. She's done a whole bunch of research that we could talk for hours about, but we don't have the time. But she gives the synopsis in that video, and it is amazing.
Gotcha. That's really cool. So for those who are watching, we will go ahead and put a link to that website in the comments. So
oh, cool.
No worries. Yeah, no worries if anybody missed it. So could you tell us a little bit more, like, since we're all here and everything, a little bit just like about what you cover in the video? Like, we mentioned that you're talking a bit about like what to expect, like when you're in the hospital, you've just delivered and all that stuff. Could you give us like an overview of that here too as well?
Yeah. So the video, I did touch on COVID. So go to the video to watch that because, yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I want to talk about having a baby and delivering a baby. So a lot of the stuff that you can do to get your breastfeeding experience off to a good start is keep.
Oh, I think that you've frozen a little bit. Let's kind of wait for
Your
just a sec.
baby skin to skin. So a lot of the video talk.
I'm sorry, could
Do you
you
think
go
it might
ahead
help
and
if I moved?
I don't.
Did I come back?
You did come back. You did come back. So I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
No, so the skin to skin piece is a naked baby in a diaper in between the mom's breasts. That is the place that babies are adapted to be. They're not adapted to be in the warmer or in a bassinet. The only place that they know as home is on your body. So just putting your baby skin to skin, tummy to tummy, that elicits great breastfeeding reflexes and you have more success breastfeeding.
Cool. So like we've actually heard a couple of other people over this past month talk about skin to skin. So is that why it's so important, like that that happens is because that's home, or is there more to that?
Well, we can talk for hours about the importance of skin to skin. In a nutshell, it's less stress for the baby, and the baby can work on just adapting to being in this new world and focus on eating. When you take a baby off mom or off dad, it's kind of stressful for them, right? They don't have the heart rate, they don't have the respiratory rate, they don't have the heat regulation. They have to maintain their body heat. They're just more stressed when they're away from mom or dad. So that, when you put them skin to skin, you can just watch them. Their eyes will open up and they'll kind of just focus in on eating and focus in on learning where they've landed.
Cool. Okay, so we've gotten a couple of new people. So could I have you reintroduce yourself and talk a little bit about where you work and your role?
Hi, I'm Siri Swanson. I'm a lactation consultant at Asante Three Rivers. We do lactation. There's 3 of us who work. We do inpatient lactation, so trying to see you when you deliver, and then we have outpatient lactation for if you need help when you go home.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you for that recap.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. So this is really my curiosity, but like we talk a lot about skin to skin when it comes to breastfeeding, and I feel like it comes up most often like in this conversation space. But you mentioned skin to skin with partners and dads. So do they also like help with babies like temperature regulation and heart rate, or like what are the benefits of having like a dad or partner go skin to skin with baby?
Great question. And the true answer is we don't know yet. What I practice is just because we don't have the research to support it doesn't mean that it's not beneficial. So when a baby's on a moms are really good. They are hardwired to this baby. You are hardwired to your baby, right? Like your body knows what to do with this baby. And if you sense your baby getting cold when it's skin to skin, you're going to increase your temperature to warm that baby up. Likewise, if the baby is too hot, you're going to decrease it. You don't have any like awareness of this. It just happens.
Wow.
Partners do that, but not to the same extent. Meaning, they haven't carried the baby for 10 months before it's born. But I mean, there's something to be said when they're placed skin to skin in an environment that they're used to. And, they're warm, they're 98 degrees. So they're going to help the baby maintain body temperature too. But the studies aren't there yet.
Gotcha. All right. So for all you researchers watching this, that's a spot.
Yeah, no, they're in the works. And hopefully we'll have them in the next year or so.
Awesome. And yeah, like you said earlier, you talk in the linked video that's in the description about some of the things that are happening in the hospital to protect people from COVID, which is great. Like you talk about like how it's safe.
Mhm.
And I would like people to hear that from you, because I think that people are concerned about safety and really like, I mean, people want to feel safe when they're having a baby. So yeah, just could you touch a little bit on like how it is safe and kind of help relieve some of that stress that people might be having?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take it on a tangent. We're going to go to the breastfeeding part first.
Yes,
So,
yes.
early studies, because we're still kind of early in this disease, when you think about it as a study type, disease, they are showing that the breast milk coats the esophagus and the not lungs, but all that tissue, so the COVID doesn't adhere to it. So technical, clunky explanation to say if you breastfeed, your baby gets less sick. So with this pandemic going on, I'm kind of encouraging people to extend their normal breastfeeding session as long as we have to wear the masks. So if we're having to wear the mask to protect ourselves, if you can, we should be breastfeeding your baby to protect the baby as well. So there's my plug for extended breastfeeding. And then as far as in the hospital, it's going to change depending on our numbers, what we do. The limited visitors, everyone has to wear masks when somebody comes into your room that's not part of your normal family. Swab all moms. Can't quote me on that because that might change again. So just know that that's what happened today. So you'll get a COVID test when you come in. Not painful, just a little bit weird to have something up your nose. But that's kind of what they're doing. The visitors don't have to be screened right now. That's 2 visitors. And then if you have a registered doula, that would count not as your visitor. They don't get the test. They do have to wear masks. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. But yeah, like that, yeah, that does feel like they are taking things very seriously and making sure that people are being taken care of, and that parents and babies are secure and safe. So that's awesome. And yeah, like yeah, how much studying do you know of are they doing about breastfeeding and COVID-19? Like it sounds like you were hearing that from a good source. Can you talk any more about that?
That one was just a study that they released, gosh, I think it was a month ago. But the World Health Organization came out with their guidelines to not separate moms and babies of COVID. So if mom's COVID positive, the risk of separating you from your baby is greater than it would be if the baby, by chance, in the rare circumstance, got the disease. So they're recommending that mom and baby stay together. If baby comes into your space, mask, frequent hand washing, and then breastfeed to protect the baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that really emphasizes the importance of skin to skin then. Like if it's more dangerous, I mean, no, that's not the right word, but like if the risks are higher of your baby like not being healthy, being away from you, even if you have COVID, like that's, yeah, that's really striking to me actually. Yeah, I think
Yeah. And
there
am I
we go.
back? Okay. The World Health Organization put out a video a while ago. So if you just Google breastfeeding and COVID positive moms, you can see all their recommendations.
Cool. Yeah, really appreciate that. Um, we have like a couple more people watching now, so I would like, could you talk again a little bit about the website that you mentioned in the video?
Oh, yeah. So firstdroplets.com. It is by Jane Morton. She's out of Stanford University. She put together this 15-minute video that really gets moms off to a great start when they deliver their baby. Talks about attachment, skin to skin, hand expression, good latch. It does a lot more interactive videos that I just can't do with a medium like this. So you can see what a good latch looks like. You can see where the tongue is in your, the nipple is in your baby's mouth, when the baby's latched well. So it's firstdroplets.com. I think it's in below, right? There's a link.
Yeah, I will go ahead and link that below. Will do.
Yeah, you'll be ahead of the game if you watch that video before you come in.
Cool. Awesome. Well, Siri, I really, really appreciate your time. I want to let people know about how they can win some of these breastfeeding supplies. But before I do, is there anything that you think just like everybody should know when they're just starting to breastfeed that you want to impart?
Okay, can I get 3 instead of 1?
Yes.
Okay. Know your resources and know where to call for help. Know how to get a good latch and know how to hand express. So hand express is getting milk out of your breast using your hands, and that's a good skill to acquire.
So those are all things that people can learn like in doctor's office, or is that something that they should be talking to their doctors about before they give birth?
You can probably get that once you get to the hospital too. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know that, I don't know about Douglas, but in Josephine County, we give a list out of all the stuff. You get sent home with your nice discharge teaching packet, which has all the answers in it. So you get taught a lot of stuff in the hospital. And to be honest, you don't retain any of it. You just had a major life event. You've just had a baby, no sleep. You're learning new skills, like zero retention there. But you go home with the book that has everything written down. And then usually in the front cover, we put our lactation number so you can call. So yeah, those are going to be your main resources that you get from the hospital.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, those were the 3 things. Awesome. Well, I hope that everyone who's watching really enjoyed this. Siri, I think you're a delight. I really appreciated talking to you and having all of you watch. So in order to win some breastfeeding supplies in our giveaway, we are giving away a Haka receiving blankets, pillow for breastfeeding so baby and you are more comfortable, and water bottles so that you can stay hydrated, and a couple of other things. It's awesome, and we hope that it'll be good for you. We know it will. So please watch the video that I have linked in the description. Comment about what you learned or what you liked about the video, and you will be put in our drawing to win. And with that, once again, super appreciate your time, Siri, and I hope everybody has a great Monday, great Thanksgiving week, whether or not you celebrate it, and stay safe, everybody.